Good morning, good afternoon. Hello, everybody. My name is Rebecca Bewley. I'm Head of Partnerships here at NCC Education. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today for this session all about university progression with NCC. I'm going to get started in a moment, and before we do, just to advise you all, I think you will find that microphones are currently disabled, but I would really welcome everyone to introduce themselves in the chat function. I'm speaking to you today from Manchester, our head office in the UK. So when you introduce yourself, if you would like to let us know where you are joining us from, that would be great. And any questions that you do have throughout the presentation from both myself and from our special guest, Victoria, please feel free to put those in there as well. Hopefully we will have time for some questions at the end, but if not, we'll make sure that they are answered and obviously passed on to our team at the university as well. So thank you again for joining us today. As I said, I'm going to guide you through our presentation about how NCC Education supports learners with their studies and progressing to higher education opportunities, both in the UK and worldwide. And then once I've given a sort of brief introduction and overview of NCC, I am going to hand you over to our special guest, Victoria Kajeva, who is the International Recruitment Manager for Partnerships, Pathways and Progression at London South Bank University in the UK. And she will kindly take you through her presentation all about the institution and applying as an international student there as well. I hope everyone can see the slides today and everyone can hear okay. The presentation will be recorded and we will share that after the fact. So let's begin with a quick introduction to NCC Education. We were first established in 1966 by the British government as part of the National Computing Centre, but we have been working as a private organisation since the 1990s in international education and transnational education. As I said, our head office is here in Manchester in the UK, but we do have offices around the world. And most importantly, we have a large global network of schools, colleges and universities across the world, and we are now present in over 60 countries as of this year. We work with that global network of schools, colleges and universities to provide an affordable and flexible route to gain a British diploma or university degree. And we are also, very importantly, regulated by the Office of Qualifications and Examinations Regulation, or Ofqual, here in England to ensure integrity and quality at all levels, and our qualifications are listed on the regulated qualifications framework in England. We do also work closely with regulators and governing bodies in other countries to ensure that our qualifications are recognised across the globe. So NCC Education is an awarding organisation that designs internationally recognised qualifications. But what does that mean for you as a student? It means that you can study high quality British qualifications from wherever you are in the world. Chances are there is an accredited partner centre network centre near you delivering our qualifications. You can follow a clear step-by-step route into university study, and you gain qualifications that are trusted and accepted by universities globally. So if your goal as a student at the moment is to move into higher education, NCC is the right choice. Our mission is to provide accessible, flexible and internationally recognised qualifications that give students real opportunities. So what we offer several qualifications that map directly into university entry levels, and here's how the pathway really works. So we offer level 3 qualifications with particular focus on our International Foundation Diploma for Higher Education Studies, which really prepares you or prepares students for entry to year 1 of a bachelor's degree. So if you've just finished school or want to get ready for university level study, this qualification prepares you for that year 1 entry. After level 3, you can move on to NCC's level 4 and level 5 diplomas, available in computing, business, with specialisms in business management, cybersecurity, and data science. And they provide academic equivalents to both year 1 and year 2 of the university degree. And then together, after completing those, they form a complete pathway which enables learners to progress to the final year top-up degree at partner universities, both on campus and online, and face-to-face select partner centres across the world. So with these qualifications, you can progress into a number of different university study subject areas. So you might be wondering, you know, as I said, we specialise in computing and business, but is there anything else that you can study? We offer units in a range of subject areas, as you can see on the screen here, especially at the International Foundation diploma level. There are subject areas like finance, economics, health sciences, engineering, and even creative arts, which was our most recently developed stream of the level 3 International Foundation diploma. And on the side here listed, we also have examples of undergraduate degree courses that our students and our graduates have self-reported to us that they have either gone on to study or, you know, received offers to study from universities in the UK and institutions across the world. So it ranges from education studies, data science, even fashion merchandising, marketing, and computer games design. This is something that we try to collect from our students each year to really see the breadth of subject areas that can be studied after completing an NCC qualification. So where can you go? So what can you study, but where can you go? So as well as studying a range of subjects, you can study in a range of countries. NCC Education's Level 3 International Foundation Diploma for Higher Education Studies is currently recognised by over 120 universities around the world, from UK to Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and various branch campuses of both UK and US universities across Asia, particularly in Malaysia. Now, while we hold progression agreements and formal recognition from many of those universities, we also hear from our students regularly about all the different universities across the world who have offered a place or granted admission, which includes the institutions listed here from the most recent batch of graduates last year. You can see universities in China, France, Pakistan, Singapore, and Sri Lanka. It really shows how globally recognised the qualifications really are. Opens up many, many doors. And finally, I just wanted to mention for NCC Education's Level 3 International Foundation Diploma in particular, we have a number of universities recognising that qualification who have appeared in the most recent Times Higher Education World Rankings for 2026. University World Rankings are essentially global league tables that compare universities around the world. They look at things like how strong a university's research is, how well students are taught, how international the community is, and how connected the university is to industry. So rankings such as this one from Times Higher Education, but also from QS, they are popular because they give students a quick sort of snapshot of how different universities stack up. That said, each ranking uses its own scoring system, and so a university can appear higher in one list or one table and lower in another. And rankings can be helpful in your research, but there are numerous areas like subject rankings, impact rankings in terms of the impact that a university has socially and environmentally. And they're only kind of one part of the bigger picture. It really is just as important to think about things like the course content, what it is that you actually want to study, the teaching styles, the location and support services that are on offer. Those are the factors that will really, really shape your day-to-day experience when you come either to the UK or to a campus across the world to complete your studies. So that is just a brief overview and introduction into NCC Education. There is plenty more available in terms of information and resources on the NCC Education website, especially under the progression and partnerships area. But for now, I am going to hand over to our special guest, Victoria, who is going to talk to you all about London South Bank University. Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning, Rebecca. Thank you so much for such a detailed presentation. It was very informative, and thank you for bringing us to this event, arranging this. And we at LSBU are very proud to be partners with NCC Education, and everyone, glad and happy to see you on this call. Please, if you have any questions, we will hopefully have some time for Q&A at the end, as Rebecca mentioned. And I will now share my screen and we will go with the presentation. Here we go. So, hi Rebecca, can you see the screen now?
Yes, we can see everything clearly, thank you.
Okay, amazing. And here we go. As Rebecca mentioned, my name is Victoria. I'm a representative of LSBU, London South Bank University. I work in international student recruitment. We specifically work with our pathway partners and progression partners, and NCC is one of our key partnerships around globally. Over the next few minutes, we will give you a brief overview of LSBU, some reasons why you would want to choose LSBU, our location, campus accommodation, cost of living, scholarship opportunities, application process in brief, and also our colleges and courses, deadlines, and contact details. To begin with, LSBU is one of the leading modern universities in the UK with the history of 130 years. Yes, we are considered a modern university, but the first college was opened over 130 years ago. And LSBU used to be one of the first colleges in the UK to start accepting students for engineering courses, female students for engineering courses. We have one of the oldest bakeries in the university and a lot of more striking moments. But what is important for the international student is LSBU is located in a very central London. You will be conveniently based not far from the airport, not far from the transportation links, and also not far from the major financial district, Canary Wharf. So there would be plenty of opportunities for students to network with some professional organizations and representatives. Also, our graduates are among the highest earners, and LSBU students earn highest salaries among among modern universities in London. Just 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years after the graduation, these are some of the salaries, median salaries for LSBU graduates, as well as in comparison to other graduates as well. So these are some of the things which international students ask a lot. In terms of the location, we are located in Zone 1, which is as central as it can get in London. And our campus sits not far from the Tube Station, Elephant and Castle, not far from the Waterloo Station, Thames River, and also in a walking distance from major landmarks such as Shard, Tower Bridge, Big Ben. So you would get plenty of opportunities to explore London and be at the same time not far from the campus. We also, as mentioned before, we have very good transportation links. You can commute to the university by tube, by bus, by train, or even cycle or walk. And international students also have access to the guaranteed accommodation on campus. All accommodation at LSBU would be in a walking distance. And when it comes to accommodation prices, they would start from approximately 180 per week, which is a very competitive price for central London. On top of that, the tuition fees for London South Bank University start from just only 16,000 per academic year, and all international students are guaranteed scholarships. Especially for NCC Education students, we have a specific pathway scholarship of 5,000 available. And we will go through this in more detail in the next slides. Here you can see our map, and as you can see, David Bloomberg House and McLaren House are in a 5-10 minute walk from the main campus at LSBU. These are our major accommodation available. The accommodation is usually ensuite. Students would have you would have your private bedroom and bathroom facilities, and kitchen would be shared between 5 to 6 students. And LSBU, on top of that, we have a very international community. Currently, we have 17,500 students enrolled at LSBU, with 31,000 of the students, if we consider the whole group. Among the students, 12,000 would be undergraduate students, over 3,000 would be postgraduate students. And we have a high number of international students, representing over 330 countries around the globe. Now let's have a look at LSBU facilities. In recent years, the university has invested over 65 million into our facilities. And in our campus, we have renovated the library. We have amazing social learning spaces, fully equipped gym, sports facilities, and also everything you would need to do your studies, all the labs, and also student union facilities, LSBU hub, and many more. We do arrange open days for the university. You can join one of these if you have any interest. All the open day dates would be available on the website, or you can reach out to us so we can arrange something for you individually. And we understand that success requires support, and LSBU provides support in all areas, from academic skills to your well-being and health. And we also offer a career smart program, which, okay, here we go. We also offer a career smart program, which integrates employability into your degree from day one. So you would benefit from one-to-one career advice, CV and cover letter support, mock interviews, and even LinkedIn workshops, which are very important tools for students who would like to build their career right after completing their studies. And we also have an amazing careers hub and LSBU employment team, which would provide you support from day one and even after your graduation. So when it comes to the courses and colleges available at LSBU, the academic structure divides all our colleges into three. We have College of Technology and Environment, which accommodates courses such as architecture and planning, engineering and design courses, construction courses, property and surveying, computer science, and digital technologies. We also have College of Health and Life Sciences, covering courses in allied health, life sciences, nursing, midwifery, applied and health sciences, allied and community health. And we have College of Society and Profession with our amazing business school, law and education departments, arts and social sciences. If you are interested to know about any of these courses in more detail, you can go on LSBU website Course Finder. And when you go on any of the selected courses, it can be business management or digital marketing or computer science, cybersecurity, any of these courses, you can go onto the course page where you will find course content, our tuition fees, our intakes available for that specific course, and many more. At LSBU, education is career-driven and practical. Our curriculum and assessment are designed to stimulate professional environments, and we maintain partnerships with over 2,000 employers, including Unilever, including London Underground, and our graduates, our students, have secured internships and placements with organizations such as KPMG, such as PwC, and Apple, Google, Amazon. These are just some of the companies where our graduates and students went to work at. So at LSBU, we have two types of accommodation, residence, David Bloomberg House and McLaren House. And the prices would range starting from 160 per week, going up to 269 per week. This is inclusive of all bills. And of course, we will also show you some of the photographs of the facilities at our LSBU accommodation. And here you can see a breakdown of the cost of living depending on whether you live at university accommodation or you rent something privately. As you can see from this table, it is much cheaper if you would like to stay at university accommodation. You wouldn't have to spend as much on commuting, and everything is in a walking distance. Also, all students are eligible for student discounts. You can get the rail card and many more. When you enroll at the university provides you with orientation, and during this time, they will give you all advice, all financial advice how to save, where to shop, which transport might be best to take, and everything relevant to this. So when it comes to the application process, the main documents required for your application would be your academic transcript and NCC qualification. So I know we have listed here IELTS, but for NCC education students, we accept NCC results in place of IELTS. So you don't have to take an external test as long as your results are sufficient for entry. We will need a copy of your passport. In some cases, our admissions team might require a CV, a personal statement, and reference letters are no longer required at this stage. So these are the major documents. Depending on your background, of course, our admissions teams for certain courses may require some more additional information, but this is the basic. You can submit an application even if you don't have a complete degree yet. You can start the process, and once you have the final qualification, you can upload it on the portal and receive an unconditional offer. This is the entry requirement for NCC Level 3 International Foundation Diploma. If you have achieved 40% or more in academic subjects and 60% overall with no component less than 60 in English, you would be eligible for direct entry at LSBU. And this is the major thing for students, I believe, because not all the foundations would provide you with direct entry to the UK university. We fully accept NCC qualifications. Subject-specific requirements might apply to courses relevant to design or some medicine courses. So we do recommend checking the LSBU website if you consider any courses like that. But for business courses, for computer science, and many more, these are the standard requirements we have. Scholarships. So, as I mentioned earlier, our tuition fees start from 16,000 per year. They might vary depending on the course, but all the students who are holding NCC qualification would be eligible for NCC Education Pathway Progression Scholarship, which is awarded as 5,000 fee reduction for the first academic year. Those students who would like to pay all their tuition fees for the first year at once would be also eligible for additional discount of 5%, which is early settlement discount. we also have Global Success Scholarships and also have International Merit Award. The Merit Award is different from NCC Pathway Progression Scholarship in a way that you get a smaller discount, which is 2,000 per academic year, but this award is given to you annually. So you would have 2,000 in 1 year, 2,000 in second, and 2,000 in the third year of your studies. It depends on your preference. If you have grades over 70% in your qualification, you might be eligible for International Merit Award. Alternatively, if you have passed your foundation, you would be eligible definitely for 5,000 discount, our partnership scholarship for NCC Education. So when it comes to key dates and deadlines, these are the tentative dates for the academic year 2026-2027. Our next biggest intake would be in September 2026. We accept applications until 7th of August. Depending on your region, the date might slightly vary. For those students who apply from within the UK, it might be late. We can accept later applications as well. The deposit payment deadline would be 2nd of September. LSBU requires 50% of the tuition fees to be paid prior to enrollment. This is a deadline for this. CAS is the major document which you would require to apply for a student visa in the UK. And our admissions team releases this document after 50% of the tuition fees is paid by the students. So once you have paid your fees and have an unconditional acceptance to the university, you will receive the CAS document, final confirmation of acceptance for studies. And from that moment, you can submit your visa application. You would need to receive the CAS before 9th of September. Later, in the end of September, we have International Welcome Week, and teaching starts on 5th of October. In some cases, if you have any delays with the visa, we do on a case-by-case basis accept students after the arrival dates, but we do recommend everyone to arrive by the beginning of October and submit applications on time. So, overview of the admissions process. Once you have made a decision to apply to LSBU and selected the course, you can submit an application on our website by creating an application portal for yourself. You will receive an invitation and a student ID and will need to upload the documents. You don't need to upload the documents immediately. You can upload the documents, preliminary documents as of now, and later on, once you have the final qualification, you can upload it and receive an unconditional offer letter. Once you have unconditional offer letter, you can proceed with the deposit payment. You will be then invited to the pre-CAS portal where you provide personal information, travel history, verify, in some cases, depending on where you are based now, our admissions team might arrange a brief interview, but this is on a case-by-case basis, depending on your country of domicile. And once the fees are paid and the CAS is issued, you would be able to apply for the visa, complete online enrollment, and later, before the beginning of October, and arrive for face-to-face enrollment. So the deposit payment links would be included in your unconditional offer, and you would just need to follow the instructions given there. So this was a very brief summary about LSBU, about how you can apply to the university. If you would like to get more information about us, you can go on our website, our social media platforms, or you can reach out to me directly. I have shared here my email address. Please do feel free to reach out anytime with any questions. And now I will stop sharing the screen and we can discuss anything you would like to ask us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Victoria. That was wonderful. Thank you. I noted on one of your slides with the timeline that you mentioned International Welcome Week. What happens there? Is that a sort of series of activities and events to welcome all the new international students?
Yes, absolutely right. On the International Welcome Week, we will provide international students with general information about life in the UK, about how to register with the GP, which is the general practitioner, so how to get medical advice, how to get a rail card, how to get some student discounts. We will advise students how to use our LSBU app, which is very helpful to navigate around the campus, to navigate around all the bookings, room bookings, library. We will give the library induction to students. So just general advice how to not get lost in the UK, how to not get lost on campus, and how to save your time and finances as much as possible. It is very helpful to attend this week. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, it sounds like a really useful resource. You want to be there before that to make sure you get the most out of it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Victoria. I think I'm just having a little look in the chat. So Windle has asked, is there any way we can have a copy of the slides or the student requirements? So I think you're going to share that with me, Victoria, so I can make sure
Yes.
that all the attendees have a copy of both presentations from today.
Yes,
So yeah,
absolutely. I will share it with you, and please feel free to share with all the registered attendees. We'll be happy.
fantastic. Thank you. I think the other question from Zaid, Helen has kindly responded to that with regards to the recognition and the sort of admission from LSBU for NCC students does apply to the Level 3 International Foundation Diploma. So it's for students who've completed that or are in the process of studying that program at the moment. Yes.
Oh.
And a
Yeah.
question from UGrad about the credits we are allocated after finishing courses, how can they be used? So generally speaking, UGrad, you will need to complete the full diploma, the full qualification. And once you have your results, once you have your certificate, you will be able to apply to your university of choice. And then go through that process that Victoria mentioned with the portal, and making sure you get the CAS accepted before starting as well. See any other questions in the chat at the moment? I think if there are any questions, because I'm conscious, perhaps maybe next time we will make the session a little bit longer because there's so much to discuss. It's such a good opportunity to be able to speak with you today, Victoria.
Thank you.
Any other questions? I think if you are a student, please feel free to reach out to us directly, to the NCC customer support team, to Victoria. If you are joining us from one of our accredited partner centres, please feel free to contact your business development manager. And again, we will pass on all of the information from the slides from today and the contact details as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. And also just to note to everybody, we are running a few of these different sessions looking at the NCC qualifications and where that can take you, a bit of a series over the next couple of months or so. So please do look out for more information about the next few sessions, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you once again for arranging such an amazing webinar. And we are always happy to attend and happy to answer any questions from your students. Have a lovely day. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. You too. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Goodbye.